Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. This is a video which I will go through bands and songs that I cannot stand or that I played too much way back in the day, and you will never hear them on this channel. First off, let me just say I don't take requests. I was taking requests when I first started the channel, or when I was first doing music on the channel, and that got me into a lot of trouble with copyrights and stuff, because I challenged them. A lot of different things got blocked, and yeah, no, I just don't. It's problematic. Plus, once you start taking requests, people suddenly feel like, hey, it's a great time to make you into a human jukebox. So no, I'm not a human jukebox, and that's all there is to it. And I just noticed that the text is offline. It's not lined up right on the title card. So hey, life goes on. Nobody's perfect, definitely not me. And this is an off-center video anyway, so it fits. Okay, so here we go. First off, a disclaimer. If you like these songs and these bands, you may not want to watch this video. I am going to make fun of them. Okay? I can't stand them. They irritate me. They cause me mental pain, psychological anguish, whatever. I have a big aversion to them. And these are my opinions of these groups and these songs. So please don't be upset with me over my personal preferences. These are my opinions, my personal preferences. I'm sorry. This video is basically going to be musical therapy for me. You know, like Nerf bats, a stress ball, that little Obi figure where you squeeze him and his eyes and his ears pop out. That's basically what this video is going to be. This is a light-hearted rant, not like my usual rants, which are somewhat more serious. And I will get very immature during this video, so beware. You have been warned. If you like these groups, if you're going to be offended by what I say, please don't watch the video. This is for fun, and this is also to inform people who watch my channel, older people and newer people, that I don't take requests, for one, and two, this music will never find its way to my channel. Okay? So here goes. First off, You My Brown-Eyed Girl. I freaking hate that song. I can't stand Van Morrison. I don't like his music. It's irritating. Just about every freaking bar band in the world plays, the dance magic. Ugh. No, absolutely not. No Van Morrison on the channel. That is life. And if you don't like it, go find somebody who plays Van Morrison. I cannot stand Van Morrison. Van Morrison irritates me. The sight of him, the sound of him, just drives me up a wall. And you'll find that a lot of people in this, in these categories, in this video, yeah, it's the same thing. Next. Sweet Child of Mine and Patience by Guns N' Roses. I played them way the hell too much back in the late 80s and the early 90s. I don't ever want to play them again. I can't stand those two songs, and they got so extremely overplayed that they drove me up a goddamn wall every time I played it. So that was the end of that. Oh, I grinned and bared it, because, when you're a performer, you got to grin and bear it, even though if you may not like what you're doing. But yeah, Sweet Child of Mine and Patience, no. I play very little Guns N' Roses anyway, because they're blockers, and I don't deal with that very well, so I'm not going to deal with Guns N' Roses blocking my videos. Axl can go, screw himself sideways. I don't give a crap. Next, Anything by Poison. I've played this stupid band for 20 plus years because the girlies liked them, and it was, you gotta play it because you're in a band that does gigs in clubs, and girlies come along and they want to hear Poison, and me, I was just sitting back, thinking to myself, oh, give me something to heave in, just a big bucket. Yeah, no, just not. I am not gonna play any Poison. Have a nice day. If you like Poison, go find somebody else who plays it. Next, A personal pet peeve of mine: guitar instrumentals by overrated guitarists who Berkeley snobs love. So we have this little school in Boston over here called the Berkeley School of Music. And what it is the people who come out of that, 99% of them are a bunch of snobs that think that anybody else in the music business who hasn't gone to Berkeley is beneath them. So yeah, they can go screw. And, I'm not going to do stuff by Steve Vai or Joe Satriani. I mean, nothing against Joe Satriani. Steve Vai I got my own problems with because he's pushing Tonewood because he's Ibanez's personal slave. And Eric Johnson, Cliffs of Bendover. I'm not going to play that. I'm not going to play anything. None of those stupid little... No. To me, that's somebody jerking off with their guitar. And no, I'm not going to do that kind of crap. Okay, next. Anything by the band. And this ties into another one, which is High Enough by Damn Yankees. I'll give you a little bit of the story of why this is. I used to work delivering pizza back in the late 80s. It was kind of a side job, and when we didn't have gigs, I was young and I wanted money to buy comic books and go out to eat a lot with my girlfriend. And she loved comic books, and so you needed a lot of cash. So I did pizza delivery when I was young, my early 20s, before college, and these hicks used to come slithering into the bar. It wasn't not really a bar, but into the restaurant, late at night, because the boss that I worked for, he would stay open later than last call, and the hicks loved that. I mean, he made a bunch of money, and the hicks would come in, and they would just cause all sorts of havoc. And they would play these same songs on the goddamn jukebox over and over and over and over again. Yeah. And it would drive me up a goddamn wall. They played, the band, they played Take a Load Already, Take a Load for Free, and that one, and they played Up on Cripple Creek, as she stands me, if I sprang a lake. No, absolutely not. I'm not doing anything by the band. Don't ask. It's not going to happen, and I won't do anything by Damn Yankees. It's all because of working at Pizza Palace and dealing with the idiots who would play that stuff over and over and over again. Another song they used to play all the time was American Pie by Don Mclean. Hate that damn song. We'll never play it. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my car over the cliff, and now nobody has to listen to this stupid song. So, there we go. Next is, I would do any song I want, except for one by Meatloaf. I have nothing against Meatloaf personally, but I'm not into his music. I don't like his music. He's passed on now. Nothing against him. He's just not my style. And Paradise by the Dashboard Light was so overplayed. That and 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That kind of crap. It's too overdramatic. It's too showy. It's too not my style at all. Will never be, and that's just the way it works. Next on the list, death metal or speedy thrash or fast metal songs. I'm not a speed player, so you're not going to catch me playing a lot of the speedy thrash or death metal stuff, or it's not really my style, and I don't do the fast stuff. It's not, I don't have the skills of Marty Friedman, and who could play at 900 miles an hour, or Dave Mustaine, who could play at 900 miles an hour and sing at the same time, or some of the heavier Iron Maiden stuff, which just forget it. No, I can't do it. It's actually it's beyond my skill set. Please excuse the throat clearing. I've got COPD. It sucks. And the rather kind of sounding like I have a cold because I have sinus issues, which is all tied in together, and it's lovely. I get to feel like I've got a head cold at 24/7. It's fantastic. But anyway, I digress. So no speed metal, death metal, thrash, any of that crap. The closest I get to that was Seasons in the Abyss by Slayer and stuff like that. And I've played like a couple of Megadeth tunes, but really I don't make a habit of it, and I'm not going to be doing anything like that, on the channel. So next, anything by Bachmann, Turner, Overdrive. This band irritates the hell out of me. When I was a young kid, I didn't mind them. I had an album by them. I can't remember what the name of the album was. I think it had a gray cover. I can't remember the name of the album was. It had a gray cover or something like that. And it had Taking Care of Business on it. And I know people love that song. I hate that song. That song irritates the crap out of me. Personally, I would rather listen to Todd Rundgren go, I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drum all day on repeat for like until I expire, rather than listen to that song or one of my most hated songs ever that I cannot stand is You Just Ain't Seen Nothing Yet. It sounds like a goddamn CD skip. You just ain't seen nothing yet. It's something you never. Somebody kick the CD player. No, absolutely not. Not going to be on the channel. That's just the way it works. So if you're still with me by this point, I congratulate you, because yes, I've gotten way immature, and I told you, I warned you before you started watching this video that I may annoy some of you, and I may act all immature in this video. Hey, this is musical therapy. Deal with it. Anything by Bon Blowme, otherwise known as Bon Jovi. I cannot stand Bon Jovi. I had to do Wanted Dead or Alive more times than I've ever wanted to, and I did Shot Too High, You're Too Late. No, I can't stand that shit. I don't like Bon Jovi. I used to work at a just as I graduated high school, I worked at an amusement park for a summer. And my ride that I operated was right next to one of the concession stands. And the girls hung up that stupid poster of John Bon Jovi where he's making the duck lips. And it's got like a pink background or something like that. And he's all done up in his girly clothes. And I had to have that staring at me for 8 hours a day, sometimes 10 hours a day. No, I have an aversion to John Bon Jovi. No, doesn't happen. Thank you. Have a nice day. So now we'll move into the realm of songs I can't stand or don't like and will never learn on purpose. And there are also bands that I've done on the channel that I will never do again. And that's basically this section. Song I've never learned, number one, is Break My Stride by Matthew Wilder. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. I cannot stand that song. That song is the bane of my existence. And for some ungodly reason, the universe tortures me, because sometimes when I go grocery shopping, the second I walk into that store, it starts. It's like, oh no, God no. And I have to tune it out, because if I don't, I'll like go berserk and start pouring like hot sauce down my throat until I explode. Because God, that is just one of the worst songs, in my opinion, ever written, ever created. It is an evil song, and it's sung very evil, and it should never be listened to by another human being, and that's my opinion. Next, anything by Baby Metal. Baby Metal is this pair of Japanese girls. They're a Japanese metal group. It's similar to K-pop in the way it's popular. They annoy the crap out of me. I cannot stand them. I don't like their stupid outfits. I don't like anything they do. I think they're just dumb as all get out, and I will never do anything by Baby Metal. Don't ask. It'll never happen. And I know there's going to be some wise asses in the comment section to be like, hey man, I got a request. Yeah. And I'll just laugh at you. So, yeah, Baby Metal. Anything by Lita Ford. Went to the party last Saturday night. It didn't get laid, but that's alright. Oh, it ain't no big thing. No, absolutely freaking not. Cannot stand that crap. I have nothing against Lita Ford. I just don't like her music. It's just it's ugh. It it was an interesting thing to look at, her hopping around all in tight clothes and stuff on the video, and that was interesting for about maybe 10 minutes, but that was it. I'm not a Lita Ford fan, and on that note, heaven is in the palm of my hand and it's waiting there for you. If I close my eyes forever. No, won't do that one. Can't stand it. Played it live. Played it too many times. No, just no. That one is absolutely not. I cannot stand that tune. I got so sick of it. No. Not happening. Next up, anything by Queen. I have no problems personally with Queen, but they're blockers for one, and I only like a couple of their songs. The rest of the songs are just... I like Killer Queen is a good tune. Crazy Little Thing Called Love is a good song. I got totally sick of freaking Bohemian Rhapsody because it was constantly playing all through the 90s, thanks to Wayne's World. Cha! Like, really? And, no. Just, no. Not a Queen fan, per se. A couple of songs I like, that's about it. So, and now we'll get into the realm of a couple of groups that I've done, and won't do again, because these guys have irritated the hell out of me lately with how they've turned into shills. Any of the newer stuff from Foo Fighters, I will not do anyway. Their new album sucked. I hated it. I thought it was some of the most contrived garbage I've ever heard. It was such a far cry from the one of the best albums I'd ever heard, which was There's Nothing Left to Lose by the Foo Fighters way back when. Good stuff, that album, but no, the new album is just, I don't know what planet they're coming from, but I think California just basically ate into their souls, and it's just garbage. It just is. And Grohl has now become a shill for the establishment, and I'm done with the Foo Fighters. I will not do another Foo Fighters tune. I won't even do the older stuff that I used to do. I mean, and I used to love it too. But recently, with all the health crisis stuff going on, certain people have gone off the deep end, and mostly celebrities. And Dave Grohl is a celebrity, regardless of how he may act like, oh, I'm just one of you guys. No, you're not. You're a celebrity. So there is, Grohl is a big punk fan, Dave Grohl, and there is nothing punk about shilling for the establishment. Right now, I think it was either Dead Kennedys or some other group are also shilling for the establishment. Rage Against the Machine are shilling for the establishment. It's disgusting. It really is. It's disgusting. These guys are all like, wash your hands, wear this, do this, that, do this, all with a health crisis. And they're all after mandates, and they want to take away whatever freedoms we have, and it's just disgusting. No thanks. I'm done with the Foo Fighters. Bye, Dave. Neil Young is another one, and I've done a song by him and Crazy Horse, Don't Cry No Tears. Good tune, but I'm not going to do it again because Neil Young is a piece of crap. And he sold his song rights to a company that craps on poor people and people below the poverty line. And their company called BlackRock. You can look them up, or Blackstone. And evil company. And now he, along with Joni Mitchell and Stephen Stills and David Crosby and all these other people that I keep seeing, all these people, Elvira, all these people showing up shilling for the establishment, because they like the current administration and they like their side being in power. It's just so stupid, and I'm not with that. You're a musician, play music. That's all there is to it. And if you're going to sit there and defend the establishment you protested against, you're a sellout and you're a piece of shit. And I will not play your music or listen to it anymore. Just the way it works. Just the way it works. You know, but hey, you know, that's life. So there you go. Got into a little bit of politics at the end. Didn't really want to, but you know, that's part of the. I had to explain why I'll never play another Foo Fighters song. Won't play any Neil Young. Won't play any Crazy Horse stuff, and won't play anything from Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. It's just that, you know, can't stand it. It's, you know, you want to become a shill, you go right ahead. And the other stuff that I mentioned, you know, to me it's garbage, so it's not going to ever appear on the channel. That's all there is to it. And there are groups you won't see because they're blockers, and I'll list those off kind of slightly. This video's gone a little bit too long, but I'll just make this list. The Beatles, Duran Duran, who else? Bob Seger, A Flock of Seagulls, the Eagles, let's see who else, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin, sorta. So you got to use backing tracks for them. Fleetwood Mac has blocked any song that didn't have that wasn't specifically, you know, written by Lindsey Buckingham. And there are a host of others that are blockers, and I'm not dealing with that. Guns N' Roses blocks, you know, so that's why I don't take requests, because it's pointless. You know, the blockers are pointless too, because we're free advertising for them. Jimi Hendrix gets blocked, Prince gets blocked, you know, all this stuff gets blocked, which is no point. I did what was it, The House of the Rising Sun by the Animals. It's not even their song. The House of the Rising Sun is a song from way, way, way back. We're talking way back in the 20s and stuff. And, well, they blocked it. It's just like, what the hell? Seriously? So, yeah. That's just the way that works. So, anyway, there you go. There's a primer on what will be played and what won't be played, and what, you know, for various reasons on this channel. So, there you go. Have yourself a wonderful week. It's Monday, and be talking to you soon on the channel, or just playing music for you. Have a wonderful week. We'll talk to you later. You know, that's the way it goes. Bye-bye.